Uh, Thank you guys for having me, man. Like it's
Oh yeah.
it's it's
Oh
awesome.
yeah, no
You
doubt.
know, yeah, you create new friends. I didn't think I was. I thought I was gonna come in here and then kind of fade to black, and you create new friends, and I got a new Facebook friend with it too. Like we're good, man. We're
All
good.
right.
All right. So we are live. We're in the starting soon screen. Audio is on.
Uh,
Just I'm going through and make sure that we're hitting all the points.
All right.
Uh, let's see here.
Let's not sit and stare. Let's go ahead and hit that button that we call share. Share now. Phone.
Cheering is
send out a
caring.
message.
Sharing is scary. All right. Gosh, but it doesn't allow me to type anything. Let's go and see if we can edit that share. Um,
Come on now, don't be like that.
Wait, what? It's not sharing?
Yeah, like Facebook's been weird on the first couple of the first couple of minutes of a stream. It just
Yeah.
doesn't want to let me share.
Man, Facebook tells me that somebody commented on a post that I actually read and responded to 34 hours before I get the notification. I'm like, geez. I'm like, I don't know what's going on with Facebook. All right, there you go. All right, there you go. I see it now. Let's edit the post.
More options. Share to a group. Boy, I tell you what, that's all right. Just let me share to Nerdy. Come on now.
Just don't want to do it today, huh?
Apparently not. I'm half tempted to just go to. Let me make sure it's actually popping up on YouTube. Are we on YouTube?
Ooh.
Ooh, new notification. Oh. Oh, never mind. I think we got a a spam comment on one of our last videos.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Trying to make some theme music as we're going through it.
Oh, I could totally be putting on stream beats. It's not a bad idea to kill some of the.
Hit him with the beats.
It's like it's so quiet. It's so quiet.
Aw.
I always have my music playing in the background.
Oh my
Nice
god.
some lo-fi beats in the back.
Mm.
There you
Have you guys played side note, have you guys played what's the name of this game? The new Battle Hunter Arena?
No,
go.
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah,
doing some old stuff.
Oh man, I've been doing everything. I'm trying. I want to stick to Avengers, man. For some reason, this Avengers is definitely holding me.
I want to give it a go. I think I'm gonna wait for it to hit the next sale.
Yeah, no, you should, man. But they're doing a lot of like discounts and sales and stuff like that because the whole Black Panther expansion is about to come out, and
Yeah.
that's on the 17th, which I'm really like super excited for. Like super excited for. But yeah, just Captain America is my main. But then I started playing this Hulk, and I realized that when you're having a frustrating day and you're having a bad day, turn on Avengers and play as Hulk, and that frustration will go away quickly, man. Like it's crazy. Oh man, you guys should check out. I'm probably gonna stream that next. I don't remember what I have. I just got something that I wanted to stream too, but I don't remember what it was.
All right. Let me get radio silence for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. Carry on. Let's
Okay.
see.
Going through this list of Amazon stuff. You get it super discounted.
Discounts. Did you know it's tax-free weekend this weekend? I did not. know that.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
No.
No. Look, see, they keep that under the radar.
Of course. Like, we don't want you to go shopping this weekend. Hey, that taxes or something.
Oh, they got the 3D illusion light of Baby Yoda. 70% off, bro. Oh, no.
All right, Amazon. So is Amazon got big sales today?
Oh no, there's this Facebook group called Junkies XL, and they always put stuff on there that's like either 50, 60, 70% off.
What? Yeah, you gotta you gotta send that to me, man, because I can definitely take advantage of that for sure.
Let me see. They even had a robot vacuum on there.
What? How much was it?
I think it was like, instead of it being like 149 or 39, it was like only like 70, 80 bucks. Look,
Yeah,
this
that's
baby Yoda is normally 35 bucks. With a discount code, $10.50.
Oh yeah.
What?
1106. 1106. Salt
After tax.
Yeah, that's
All right, I think we're good. All right. Everyone ready?
Yeah.
All right. And we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Griffcast episode 16, the mature, nerdy podcast for immature people. Once again, we got our boy Solid Spanner on. Wild.
it.
And returning, our special guest, Kraken God.
Cracking Gizzy. What's up, guys?
I'm your host, Griffmore. Tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. We have no news to go over, but we are going to do something a little different here. We are going to be reviewing Suicide Squad, the James Gunn. Oh, so but first let's do a quick catch up. See how everybody's been doing. All right. So
I've been doing good. You know, son just had his birthday. He just turned the big 4. And you already know I'm raising him right, getting him into video games and the Halo. So
There you go.
hey, as long as I'm doing that, as long as he ain't break nothing, and he's still breathing, I think I'm doing good.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't really been doing too much myself. Just a lot of the same old stuff. Just work and trying to get better at making those beats.
actually,
That's pretty much
that
it.
reminds me. Would you give me the ability or give me the permission to like put a link? Not really a link, but putting a list together and like running them in the background of the streams.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we could do something like that.
All right. I was just like, wait a second, can I? Is this a problem?
Radio silence for like 2 minutes, and then boom. Yeah, I can do it for you.
Well, everything was kind of breaking up there for a second, so you weren't. really going through it.
Oh,
Yeah.
am I clear?
No, it wasn't you. It was just the stream was kind of messing up. I don't know if it was for everybody else, but for me it was.
Oh, okay. So,
You're solid now though.
all right.
But yeah, that'd be awesome. We could definitely do that.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm going to go through some of the ones that I really liked and some other ones and just kind of like get a loop going and see what I can throw together. I don't really have all the programs to do it myself, but just so everybody can, see what you've been working on this whole time.
Yeah, 'cause I'm curious. I'm curious, man. I'm sitting there
The
listening.
next Timberland.
Now I'm curious.
I honestly like
I'll say that.
he has been doing some of the most creative stuff I've ever heard with flat notes. Like
Okay.
like usually most people build off sharps or whole notes, and he's just nailing these flats. It's been really interesting to see the progression through it.
I gotta hear this like 20 minutes ago, man. So whenever we're done, like I gotta hear it. That's all I'm gonna think about. Everyone's talking about Suicide Squad. I'm like, nah. I gotta hear these beats. That's what he's talking about, man. Yeah, man.
All right.
But
we can definitely make that happen.
oh yeah.
For sure.
What about you, Wild? What you been hitting up?
Honestly, so I've been hitting up Breakpoint. I've been hitting that up. Tom Clancy's Breakpoint. I've been hitting up a little bit of Splitgate.
Oh man,
There's another
Is it
game.
good?
There's another. Yeah, it is good. It is
All right,
good.
I'm about to download right now.
There's another game. There's another game that I've been hitting up. I can't say a whole lot about it because it's
exclusive.
It's exclusive, like invite only. But
All right, now we're gonna have to talk here, buddy.
it's another Tom Clancy game, and it is really like the whole process of it is. I do like it. They got a couple things to work on, but I do like it.
Oh yeah. And then we hit up the New World a little bit.
Yes, New World. Oh my goodness, it really feels like another World of Warcraft game. It really does.
Yeah, it was for me. It was really good. Like I love everything about the game except for the combat. Like the combat, like needs a little bit more streamlined to it, and the fact that you have to be, like when you're going into the blocking scenario, like you can't be reactive. You have to be proactive.
Yeah,
and that was
you have to do it like before, and then wait there.
Yeah,
and then after it happens, then you gotta. I'm like I should be able to. You were supposed to. You're supposed to be a warrior. You supposed to. Your reaction time should be on point.
Yeah.
I don't need to like block 5 minutes ahead of time while you wind up a hit. Like,
it's like let me be a little bit more reactive versus predictive. Well,
so that's why I like Avengers so much. That's exactly what the reaction time. As soon as you hit that button, that's exactly what that character is gonna do. Like Avengers is, man, we ain't gonna talk about it. I could talk about it for the next 15 minutes. Let me just sleep this, man. It really is. It's good though, man. People sleep on it, but it's really good. It really is. I feel like you finally get to play with, like we've not grown up to it. Most of us have watched Spider-Man, the X-Men in the 90s and stuff like that growing up. You know what I mean? And the love for Avengers started to come when Tobey Maguire started. That people started liking Spider-Man, and they started liking Iron Man, and then Marvel made this entire world of Marvel characters that most people really didn't really care for at the time. So to be able to see the movies all these years and to be able to play as these characters and kind of make your own scenarios and stuff like that with your friends and stuff like it's nice. It's nice, and it's a nice beat 'em up. Again, the action, combat different. Everybody plays different. And you don't really feel like each character or one character is being treated better than the other. It's just based on your play style that you like, and I like it. I like it, all of them. So.
What are you playing it on?
I'm on a P5.
I might have to hop over there with you. Like I've been eyeballing it for a while. I know it got hit pretty hard with the reviews for a while.
Oh yeah, it did because it wasn't complete. It wasn't complete. You played a game and you only a couple missions and. It just feels empty. It still feels kind of empty, but it's not as empty. You know what I mean? It's definitely enjoyable. And again, the combat to me, I can play the same mission 3 or 4 times and enjoy it because the moves, the combos, and all the other stuff that you can do is just.
Yeah, I saw that video you posted with Cap the other day.
That is my boy with the shield bash, and then doing all that. It's nuts. It's nuts, man. Y'all check it out. I play with my man Gridlock God. Me and him, that's my tag team partner, man. When it comes to that game, so we be on it.
What's the multiplayer up to on that?
4.
Is it 4?
It's 4. Yeah, it's 4. I mean, at first you couldn't pick the same person, but I think they changed that, so now you can pick. They could be like 3 caps or at least 2 caps. It kind of gets on my nerves. I'm like, man, this isn't an Avenger episode. Like, I don't feel like this is real. Like, this is.
Like, I mean, I could get it. Like, I could understand it if, like, you had, the Cap, and then you had like Bucky,
Yeah.
Like I could get behind that, but like having like 4 Hulks, that'd be a bit much.
They look crazy, all different colored Hulks. Red Hulk, Gray Hulk.
Well, yeah, I know they had a Green Hulk, the Gray Hulk, and then I think at some point in time I remember like a Purple Hulk. It was
not just the shorts. Just the shorts.
Oh, the shorts are purple, right?
Yeah, like his whole body. I remember watching something online. I was like, Purple Hulk? Like,
There's Red Hulk.
Yeah, that's
yeah, I do
that's
remember.
Ross.
Yeah.
That's Ross, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, General Ross.
Yeah.
And then they've got some new guy as the new Hulk. I don't know what they did with Banner. I haven't kept up with it too much, but all right, let's jump into this here, because
Let's do it.
I just watched it Friday. I watched Friday. I kind of wish I went and saw it in theaters. I HBO Maxed it, and a part of me is like, I really wish there was a Purple Hulk back in the '90s. Okay, all right.
We learned something new. Thank you.
There you go.
All right.
I remember there being a purple. I knew it.
I don't remember Purple Hulk.
Purple pants.
Like, and I was a huge Hulk fan back in the '90s. I don't remember a Purple Hulk. Like, I remember, Gray Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Gray Hulk was, and Professor Hulk. Was it Professor Hulk? Was he purple?
Wait.
I don't think he was, because I thought he was gray. I thought Professor Hulk was gray again. Anyway. All right. Damn. Hey, Equan, let me know if my mic's peaking a little too high there. I'll turn it down if I need
I
to.
sat there and I was just like, I remember watching something at some point in time and I couldn't remember. And I was just like, I knew there was a Purple Hulk. It was very brief, but it stuck because all this time I've seen the gray one, I've seen the green one, and then I was just like, purple. It like threw me for a loop, and I remember it. I just can't remember what I saw it on, but I remember seeing that thing.
But all right, let's jump into this because, god damn, was this a good movie? Like
it was. Thank you.
Like,
Thank you.
It wasn't.
It was.
Okay, it wasn't such a good movie in that it was a good storytelling movie. It was a good movie because from beginning to end, I had fun.
Yes. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Comedy, everything. It was not a dull moment. Really, from the very beginning.
Yeah, except if it, like the very beginning, where it was a little, I was like, okay, and then it started picking up. I was like, okay, yeah, there we go.
But even that in the beginning, like I was thrown off because of how it started. It was like, what is Yondu doing here? And then I'm looking at Yondu and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, okay, what's happening?
Yeah.
And then they just
yeah.
That's what it was. That's the same actor, right?
Yeah, it's Michael Rooker.
Right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, Michael Rooker. Yeah, no, that like all of the throwaway characters they threw together right at the beginning. That was just like all those cameos because you had Nathan Fillion. Did you see Nathan Fillion? Yeah, he was TDK.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yo. That part.
Yo.
I seen that part and I was like,
it's just letters. It's just letters. He's like, all names are letters. What do you mean? Like, I don't know what you're talking
it's just
about.
TDK. It's just TDK.
I was talking about when he started smacking him and everything. Oh my god. Oh man. From start to finish. Man.
I don't know if you want to watch it, but man, you need to. You need
it's
to.
Funny. It's
funny. So like, gosh, it was just. And then Weasel was actually played by Sean Gunn, James Gunn's brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the same guy who did the mocap for Rocket Raccoon.
Wow.
Okay. I thought, you know what, I'm not even gonna lie. I sat there and see Weasel and I was like, what in the world?
Yeah. But he was perfect.
Yeah.
He was perfect too.
Okay, by the way, people, we are going to be talking major spoilers. So, if you don't want to spoil...
Say major spoilers.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and edit that. I am going to have to edit that. So, yeah, straight up spoilers. Because some of this crap we're just not going to keep our mouth shut on. But, did you guys watch the after credit scene?
Yes.
Like,
you talk about when Weasel again?
Okay, yeah, well, one... Peacemaker is still alive, which I'm just like, I was really hoping it was Rick Flag. You know,
Oh yeah,
like I was really hoping it was still going to be Rick Flag, and then like
that last little part where they were talking about his heart, and I was just like,
yeah.
And then no, I was like, dang it.
Yeah, I didn't even see that part, man. I didn't even check it. Now I gotta go watch it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then it pans back to the beach, and here it was hilarious because it throws back to that conversation at the beginning where he's like, "He's a werewolf," and the guy starts freaking out.
Yeah.
Weasel wakes back up on the beach
saw that
under a
part.
full moon.
Yep. And then just walks off.
Yep.
Just walks off. I'm like, yo, the way he runs out to the mist was too funny. I was like, where is he going?
Oh yeah, the way he ran, I was like,
Yeah.
Dude, bro.
Oh my god, that thing was that show was. I mean, that movie was amazing. The comedy. It wasn't a lot of action, but it was so funny. It was enough action. I love. I didn't even know who Bloodsport was. Honestly, I thought it was Deadshot. I thought it was gonna be the same. Who's Will Smith? What's his character? Was it Deadshot?
It was
right?
Deadshot. Yeah,
It
it
was
was dead.
Deadshot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a replacement of that, but then no, it's Bloodsport. I mean,
Yeah.
what is it? Bloodsport? It's a Bloodsport.
See,
right?
yeah, it was Bloodsport. Yeah. So
Yeah, and I'm-
here's the funny part, though, is that Bloodsport and Deadshot are very similar characters. Like, and the funny part is that they used the same story to get them involved.
The daughter, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was
It's like-
kind of like, oh, okay.
It's just like, so I don't know if it was like just camp on the fact of, you know, it's like, hey, this worked before, let's do it again, or if it was a throwback to Deadshot, because they're very similar characters.
Yeah, honestly, I think Bloodsport was more official. To be honest with you, like I like he was necessary. Like his outfit, that mask that he had on,
Oh, that mask was sick.
Yeah.
that thing was clean. I want to wear it on a stream or something, man. Just put that bad boy on, walk around somewhere. I probably get shot in real life. I go to Walmart with that thing on. Yeah, man, that wouldn't work. But goodness gracious, like his gear was fire. The way the acting was gone in there too. Like
Yeah.
the acting was solid for everybody.
See, that's the one thing that I love about Idris, man. You could put Idris in the worst movie ever, but you will not hate his character.
No,
ever.
You can't.
Funny because he was in one of the worst movies ever.
What movie was that?
Y'all know what I'm talking about? That Cats movie. I know y'all remember.
Was he
seeing
what? Was he in
trailers for
Cats?
it. Hell yeah, he was in that. It was hilarious.
What?
I had no idea.
I remember the trailer.
I had no idea.
He was in the trailer, and a lot of people I was watching on YouTube were like just talking about that movie, and they talked about the fact that he was in that movie, and he had just finished doing another movie that was maybe it was one of the Fast and Furious movies. I can't really remember. I think it was actually. I think it was one of the Fast and Furious movies that he was involved in, and then immediately after that project, he went to go do the Cats because apparently Vin Diesel and the other guy in the movie were making fun of him because that's what he was going to do next.
Oh my god. Taylor Swift featuring Idris Elba. McCavity. Let's see here. I haven't seen it, so now I'm actually about to watch it. Didn't this thing come out a while ago?
Yeah,
That
it was
movie is-
years ago.
Yeah,
It's
it
just-
came out a while ago.
Yeah. But I heard
Oh,
nothing but
man.
bad things, like horrible things about it.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
awful. I mean, just watching the trailer was enough for me.
Yeah, that's where I ended. Like,
I mean,
Like-
because at the time it was like
No.
commercial on YouTube.
Like, yo, how are you gonna do my man's like that?
Look at Blood. I'm looking at it right now. No. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off. We're done. Yeah, we're done.
Oh, they did
Like-
my man dirty.
you know, like, and he even did the Dark Tower, and like that movie was really bad, but he nailed the role of Roland. It's Roland, right? Yeah, I believe it's Roland.
Yeah, he's an awesome actor. You really can't.
Like,
really
I think,
take too much.
I think all around he's an awesome actor.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
any role that you put him in, he freaking nails it. But sometimes they put him in some roles that's like, bro, like what were you thinking?
Because
Yeah.
they want him to save it. They know it's
Yeah.
trash before it comes out. They're like, look, man, if we just have him, maybe he would be good enough to carry the movie.
Yeah. Like, I think that was their fallback for this. Was they're like, we're just gonna have Idris in there, and he's just gonna carry everything.
But everyone did well.
They did.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
really did.
Yeah, the part when the dude was talking to Harley Quinn, and when she said gracias with her tongue, she's like gracias, and she had her little tongue up there. Oh my God, it was the funniest thing. I love the whole movie. Like the whole movie was just good.
I love the part. I love that one part where they were where they had her strung up.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
That part.
the
was
one
bad.
thing, yeah, the one thing that I absolutely loved was they let Harley Quinn be insane.
Yes. Yes.
Most people don't realize this about Harley Quinn. Like, they're all like, "Oh yeah, she's the pretty goth girl from Batman." No, she's literally effing insane. Like that
I mean,
was her.
the reason why her and Joker were a thing, you know.
Yeah,
Compatible. Yeah. Because no one can handle Joker, man. She's the only one. And the way the
Literally,
visuals. Like the visual effects for her and her killing, that was dope. Like that's what she sees. I feel like they kind of made it to where it showed what she sees when she kills versus what it really actually is. So like the little flowers and the colorful things going on, that is literally like her joy, And when she killed dude, he started talking all this, and you think he's gonna be through the whole movie, shoots her right in his chest like it's nothing. And says, you know what? I told myself the next time I mess with a toxic man, I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot him. So she just did it. Wow, quick. I'm like, oh yeah, that was.
yeah. Oh man, that was like I absolutely love the fact that she was actually insane.
Yeah.
Like-
that whole portion of the interrogation, I loved it. I was like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Because they're hitting her with the stun gun, and I'm just like, she does that on a Tuesday night. What are you doing, man?
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking, I'm like, what? And he says when she wakes up, then cut her finger off. I said, y'all should have cut her finger off first. Try that, then stun her after. But that probably Joker probably did so much worse to that woman. I'm like, y'all have no idea. Did y'all know who her ex-man was? Like, y'all should have done some different
'Cause they-
tactics than that.
Yeah, because I don't know if you noticed, like her like the wording on her jacket, they changed that. Because he God, I forgot what it said before, but now it's like like down with the clown or something like that.
Oh yeah,
And then,
I remember the tattoo that she had on her. I
Yeah,
remember looking at that, and I was just like, okay, they made sure that they did it right.
like
Yeah.
this is definitely like post Joker relationship, which
Yeah.
like speaking of which, so okay. Yeah, for people that don't know, this is kind of like a soft reboot for Suicide Squad, but they are not foregoing the original. They're building off of the original, but taking it in a new direction.
Yeah.
There was a major cameo in the very beginning. I don't know if you guys caught this or not. When they were putting the tracker chip into Savant, Michael Rooker's character in the beginning, the guy who did the injection was the creator of Suicide Squad.
No way.
Yeah, the old chubby
Wait,
guy.
Say it again.
When they Savant, Michael Rooker's character, the guy who played what's his name in Guardians, when they put the tracker chip in his neck, when you did that, the guy who did that was the creator of Suicide Squad back in the 80s.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, I wouldn't even have known it if you told me to look forward to it. Like I wouldn't even have known. That's crazy. That's dope
Yeah.
though. That's dope.
Gosh, man, there's so many good things about this movie. Where to start, where to end with this? Because
I know. I don't even know where to go. Dude. Like, I'm just sitting there like, I will say one of my favorite parts is the competitiveness between John Cena's character and Idris Elba's character. Like Peacemaker and Bloodsport, when they were in the village, and they were literally trying to show off killing people, and they kind of doing it with this effortless of like they're doing it effortlessly, and then at the very end of it, she's like, "You killed my whole family," and literally there was no war, there was no beef with any of them. They just literally just walked in there and killed innocent people that were supposed to be on their side. And they're like, Oh, I'm sorry. Like that wasn't.
My
That
bad.
wasn't
No, we ain't seen anybody.
It's like, yeah,
bad.
ooh.
Yeah, it was. And then you see the dead bodies. Once you say that, she's out like in the middle, like in the morning or whatever. She just sees all the dead bodies just laying there, and I'm like, oh, this movie is it's good. It's really good. People who say bad things about it, honestly, to each his own. But I don't really know what. I really don't know what anyone can say. The most I can say for me being someone who likes, I'm big on fighting choreography. I like action. Expressing yourself through fist and feet is something I really enjoy watching. But I can honestly say the comedy made up for all of that, and the action was just enough to where there wasn't enough action. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The only thing I wish is if they had Peacemaker and there's a Peacemaker, right? Or Peacekeeper.
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker, right? Okay.
Yeah.
You got Peacemaker and Bloodsport. I wish they would have fought. That's what I wish. I wish they would have like the fight that Peacemaker had prior to was cool, but I would have liked to see them two fight, kind of go at it, because they were competing against each other the whole movie throughout the beginning to the end. So it would have been nice to see.
But we saw who came out on top.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we sure did. Yeah.
But
And then,
I can tell you this right now, with how after the end,
yeah, they're
it's
gonna go
gonna
at it.
happen.
Yeah,
It's
they're
gonna
gonna
happen.
I think they're gonna save that for another. So you're right. They probably saved it for a more bigger situation. They want to see how this movie goes. Like, all right, cool. They liking this. They taking this. Then we gonna give them something with John Cena and Idris Elba fight. I'm like, yo, I'm all right with that.
So no, actually, Peacemaker John Cena is getting his own miniseries on HBO.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yeah, he's getting his own spin-off miniseries for HBO
As Peacemaker?
as Peacemaker.
Yeah, his character was so meant like that. You can tell that character was very confused. Like he was literally struggling throughout the whole movie on what to do, what not to do. Like his mentality about like I'll do whatever to achieve peace, even if it's killing anyone.
Everybody.
Kids, brand newborn babies, women, men, teenagers. Like he literally will kill someone in the name of peace. You ask what is your version or definition of peace? You know what I mean? And I'm like,
I mean, he'll go as far as to eat a beach of dicks.
yeah, with a whole bunch of them on the islands, man. That was from start to finish. The joke is funny. Usually, when you watch comedic movies or movies like that, it starts to die down towards the end. You know what I mean? Like, or towards the middle.
I think what really
it starts to die down, but it didn't.
I think what really like I'll say this from like a personal taste. So like I have two major complaints. Well, not major. They're two subjective complaints about the movie.
Mm-hmm.
There was. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Prince Q just chimed in, said that the Purple Hulk we were talking about before was named Krunk.
Yes.
I knew that. No, I do know that.
Yes.
That name, that name rung bells. No, I know who you're talking
Now
about.
you know why I remember, because you know we did.
I know you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh my god. Yeah.
All right, but yeah,
was that dude, man? With the Dorito in his tooth.
My two complaints, which are very subjective, was one, that the humor was definitely for a specific audience.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
there were times that, like, you know, me and my wife just looked at each other and were like, really? And then, but like for most of it though, it was just so over the top that you couldn't help but laugh.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like,
For sure.
I can't believe they just did that, but it's still fucking funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would
And
be
then,
within boundaries.
Yeah.
Oh, they did. They did nicely too, actually.
So, and actually, we're gonna have kind of like a surprise topic at the end, just to see where this goes. The other major complaint well, not really major, but subjective complaint I had was I thought that they made King Shark a little too stupid.
Yeah.
It worked. I don't know anybody who watched that movie whose favorite character was not King Shark.
Yo, he was so.
God, just
He's
every like,
no.
Man, yeah.
I just like every line of dialogue he had, I could not help but laugh. You know,
Man.
dumb friends, and it's like, what?
Yeah, when he found what were those little things that he was following, not knowing that they were mapping him out to take him out. And he thought they was his buddies. And then he gets up and they chewing him up, my arms, neck, leg, all over the place. I thought they killed him at first. I'm like, no way.
Yo, I thought they were.
Yeah, I'm like, no
they were.
way, no way. But when he got up and then just grabbed the dude and started like gnawing on his head, like it was like a little Dorito, like an Oreo cookie, like little
Yeah.
kids, kids that eat the Oreo, just kind of enjoying it. That's how he was doing with this guy.
No. Sorry, Prince Q. Yeah, no, we're spoiling. We're spoiling, man.
Oh, who's in here?
If you haven't watched it,
Yeah, no, like,
is that Quantez?
yeah. If you haven't watched it, man, dip out.
No, make him stay, because he's a spoiler king. Make him stay. He's got to hear all this, and then you can watch it later on. You got to hear all this, Q. All of it.
Like we've actually been mostly spoiler free. Like we're talking about a couple of scenes, but yeah, no, like I need to change the title because like no, we're in full spoiler territory.
Even still, even if you spoil it, like you have to watch it. You still have to watch it. Like
Yeah,
it's not one of
absolutely.
those movies. It's not one of those movies that you can talk about. You hear someone talk about, you're like, you know what? I feel like I've seen it once. I heard it. Nah, no. You hear it and you know what to look for, but when you have to really watch it, when you watch it, then you're like, okay,
Yeah,
all right. And
they're
you
like
still have an appreciation for it.
outside of a like
I listen to you guys talk about it because I have not watched it, and I can still I can still watch it even after.
Yeah,
Like,
I think you can.
there's
I
like
think you can.
three key moments in the entire movie that would kind of ruin it, and we haven't touched on any of them. Like,
No,
But when I watched the trailers, it really didn't show a lot that I recall, and like everything you guys are talking about, like isn't even anything that I remember seeing in the trailers. So
Right.
So I literally can't even visualize what you're talking about. So for me, it's still going to be new. Maybe for other people, not so much. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I view things a little differently.
yeah, I need to go back and like change the title at some point and be like, major spoilers. But you really can't spoil too much. You really can't. Like we're just talking about the performance of all the characters so far.
Mm-hmm.
The performance of the characters, the way they're portrayed. So like, I'm gonna dump a little bit of a small spoiler. One thing that I loved about this movie was it wasn't predictable.
No,
Like,
no,
not at all. Mm-hmm.
like there is so many things in this movie that I was just like, here it comes. It's gonna happen, and it went completely the opposite.
Yeah. There was one thing. When Harley Quinn got that javelin, I knew
Yeah,
it was supposed to have. Like, they sitting around this javelin so much, and then she loved this guy, and she was like, I love your accent. He was like, most American women do love this accent.
because
And
we
then
ain't got no accents.
then he gets killed, and then she's looking at him as he's bleeding out, and she's trying to talk to him. And then he dies, and then she kind of gets close to him like she's in love with him and starts smacking him in the face like, wait, what was you about to say before you died? And she was crazy. It was good. All of them played their role well.
Yeah,
All of them played their role like really well. I like all of them. Everybody. I can't think of someone I really didn't. I didn't like. No.
man, they did Captain Boomerang dirty though.
No, yeah, I did not like that neither because I'm like, you can't. He's one of the most like overall like when it comes to DC. When you think of outside of Joker and Two-Face and Lex Luthor and Brainiac, like the other kind of I wouldn't say Titan, like the Titan villains, but he's one of the reputable, like the known villains out there. And for him to be done the way he did, I was surprised. I was like, you shouldn't have put him in there. Or you should put him a part of the main crew, to be honest with you.
But honestly, though, like, that was one of those things. It was just like, you didn't see it coming.
Not at all.
Because, like...
And then he pulled the Terminator act on us, too. He did the Terminator. You noticed that? Like, it was instead of the thumb, it was the boomerang instead. He had it up. I'm like, all right, that was nice.
Okay. So I got a quick question because it literally reminded me of it as soon as you said it. So, have y'all seen any of the Titan TV series, like the actual
No,
like live cast?
I've kind of refused to watch it.
A few episodes. I see why. If someone says they wouldn't want to watch it, I don't blame them. But I've seen a few.
Honestly, for me, like first episode, I was hooked. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. Just to the fact of the matter, like when I was watching it, I'm thinking to myself, like, oh, it should be, at least relatively close. There shouldn't be any type of gore. It should be like, I thought it was gonna be maybe rated for like, the average teenager. No,
Nah,
no.
It's a big boy show for sure.
Yeah, yo, one of the
Yeah.
first parts when home dude got possessed, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, like this is big. Dude, I had to put on the big boy pants. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, we definitely not gonna be letting Xavier watch this.
Yeah.
It's the same thing
no,
with-
not at all.
It's the same thing with Clone Wars.
Yeah, like
Like you like
Star Wars
you know
is dark.
yeah like
Star Wars is dark, man. It
yeah like
is.
people are all like yeah it's a cartoon, just let them watch it. It's on it's on Disney Kids. Yo, like episode 4, Grievous is decapitating people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're seeing heads roll across the floor. It ain't bloody, it ain't gory, but there's no hiding what's happening.
So it's like
Oh, yeah.
they say that Star Wars isn't crazy, right? But if you have a child that walks up to their parents and takes their hands and starts squeezing into a fist in front of their parents, you should take them somewhere to some psychiatric. He wants to kill you. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you can't expect to watch Star Wars and think that it's this friendly, happy, jumping around. Cause that's the thing. I think the misconception about cartoons is they're all for kids. I'm like, that's not
No.
true.
No.
That's not true.
What?
Invincible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Invincible.
Oh my god.
I'm
No,
sorry,
yeah.
but that's a big boy show.
I think you gotta be
Like,
18 and older to watch that. 18 and older.
Yes.
Yeah, it's rated NC-17.
Yeah. No, I don't blame it.
Yeah, so definitely not all cartoons are family.
But see, that's the thing though. It's like everybody who grew up watching superhero cartoons are us. We're all in our
Yeah.
25 years old and older.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think that's why these shows have gotten more violent, because the younger generation, when we were younger, whether anybody wanted to admit it or not, that's what we really wanted to see.
mhm,
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's what I wanted to see, because not because I just love violence and whatnot, but these characters having the level of power that they have, it just makes sense that this is
Yeah.
the result that would happen.
Yep.
And,
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm
it's just,
sorry. I don't care what anybody says. There are gonna be many of people that gonna fight me over this.
Go
But
for
I'm
it.
sorry.
Go for it.
I'm sorry. But if Batman get punched in the face by Superman, sorry fam, you done skis.
He's dead.
Skis.
He's dead. Invincible shows that. Like when
Yeah.
he was taking out at the very beginning, like one punch, bro. Like that's it.
Yeah.
If Superman can, I looked at the
Yeah.
facts. The Earth weighs 5.94 sextillion tons, which equals to 1 plus an additional 21 zeros. So he can lift that 5 times, and they said he was lifting that I don't know how many days at a time, and saying this is all you got. So if Superman can lift the world, what is a billionaire's chin looking like and compared to that? So like, it doesn't balance out. Like some of the stuff that you give these people these OP powers, but then you compare them to certain situations, just like Spider-Man. But I like the way they did Spider-Man, because Spider-Man, he said like he held his punches for a long time. Like most of them they don't want to kill, which is why they do hold their punches.
Yeah.
They want to make sure that they can't fight anymore, not to kill them. But I just seen a meme how they said the hospital bills be high as all get out. I'm like, they said the high hospital bill crew is Batman, Spider-Man, and God, who was someone else? I don't remember.
Batman
Batman
at the top of
definitely
the
is.
list.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
I think it's Batman, Spider-Man, and Daredevil.
Yes, and the crazy
Yeah.
thing is Batman get his money back, I bet you, because he gonna knock you out. He gonna go to the hospital, pay them hospital bills. He owns part of Gotham. Somehow he's gonna get that receipt, get the money back.
Exactly.
It's like, I'm gonna beat you up, and it's gonna come back somehow to me, $200,000 or something like that from pharmaceuticals. You need your medicine, painkillers. Don't worry, I'm gonna get some of that when you go ahead and get it. I'm like, man, y'all crazy. Spider-Man
Oh
alive.
man. Yeah, because there was that story arc where Doc Ock was able to possess Peter Parker. Like he did a mind swap,
Mm-hmm.
and Doc Ock had a extreme awakening when he realized that Spider-Man could have killed him at any point in time.
Yeah, yeah.
I need to
Yeah.
watch that. I definitely need to watch that.
I just seen something on YouTube. You know, YouTube sometimes they have the videos of like comic volumes and stuff like that. And there's one called Spider Shadows, and it was when Spider-Man the symbiote took over him to where he can't, he's almost gone. And there was one part where Jonah Jameson, he's talking all that smack. Spider-Man came through the glass, he came through the glass, grabbed Jonah by his hands like he was about to give him a kiss. He said, nah, slammed him on the back of the wall, shattered his whole left arm, like his fingers gone, and said, the next time you talk about me, the next time you say anything crazy about me, after I've been trying to save all y'all for all these years, I am going to come back and do that to your other hand. I'm like, woo, because he killed, I don't remember who the first person he killed, but he started taking out the Sinister Six like nothing. It was wild. It was crazy. I'm like, dag. And then of course at the very end, Jonah and Peter actually wound up working together. Oddly enough, you would think that wasn't a thing, but they kind of worked itself into where they kind of.
That's typically how Spider-Man goes.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Well,
let's get back into the other universe here.
Oh, yeah, right. You know what? I mean, we're bouncing back and forth. There's been wars, DC, Marvel wars, back and forth. It's no problem. But it was good. Suicide Squad was really good. I liked it.
So one of the things that I thought was a huge twist was I thought they were going to do the thing like they did with El Diablo in the first one. It's going to be that one quiet character in the back is going to be the guy who saves the day.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Polka Dot Man.
Yeah,
talking about the Polka Dot?
I'm talking about Polka Dot Man. All right, because the way they described him, the big bad was this interdimensional cosmic being. And he's like, yeah, like my mom worked at Star Lab. She wanted all the kids to be superheroes. And I have an interdimensional virus. And I'm just like, oh, that's going to be it. That's the key. That's how we're going to win.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I'm not gonna lie though, his power though I did like.
With fire.
I did like.
With fire.
Yeah, like as soon as you put them out, they literally eat away at everything.
Yeah.
It was very
I
cool.
love that. But then, they took man's out quick, fast, in a hurry.
He said, I'm a superhero. I'm a superhero.
It's done, bro. I was like, man, how they do man's like that? They did man's dirty.
Oh, man.
What's the other dude's name? Not Miguel, but Milton. They had a whole conversation about Milton. It was like, he was here the whole time? And the dude was like, yeah, man, he was here to help us. And then Harley was like, nah, I don't think I ever heard it. And when she said that, I don't think I ever heard a person named Milton before. I thought about it too, and I said, you know what? Neither have I. I've never heard Milton or whatever that name is that they use.
Oh, my God.
Until they mention it.
That's the only thing I'm familiar with.
So just that was hilarious. We're like, wait, he's still with us? Like,
my man was chilling in the backpack, bro. He was chilling in the backpack. Nobody noticed.
like he was literally carrying everything they were using.
Yeah, and he was I think he was handing it out too.
He was.
Yeah, he was a towel boy, man. He was Bobby Boucher, man, for the team.
Oh,
he was the Bobby Boucher for the team. But he didn't make it to the end, man. You know what the crazy thing is? Suicide Squad, Deadpool opened the door for this. That's one thing I will say. When I watched it, I literally felt like Deadpool was like, okay, Deadpool literally just opened the door for this. It's in the same genre, like the same kind of comedy, that dark humor and all that good stuff in some senses. It reminded me a lot like Deadpool. I can't wait to play the game too. When this Suicide Squad game comes out, I'm really excited to hear the humor and how they take that game as well. So
that's going to lead into this next thing because, I brought it before. We all the old comic book fans, all the old cartoon fans, we're all in our late 20s, 30s, 40s. I know some guys who are in their 60s, who who are old school comic book fans, and they don't like where anything has gone, you know, and this is opening up so many more doors because DC has always been known for being the dark comics.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're one of the first ones who actually killed one of their headliners. You know, with the deaths of Superman.
Oh yeah.
You know, they're just like, hey, we got a guy who's going to come down and he's going to kill Superman. It's like, no. Like, if you go and try and find the original prints, you can't afford them.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Superman.
You know, they're also the ones that have like the Dark Justice League that has Constantine, Deadman, like that entire cast. So like they are known for being the the dark ones. And if they can actually ride this wave into their full universe, I think it would be really good for them as a whole.
Absolutely, and it'll stand out from Marvel because Marvel's for everyone. DC is for it'll still be very different. You'll compare them because of DC versus Marvel wars, but then you'll appreciate DC for what it is because, like he was saying, like DC kind of taps in, or honestly nowadays, because Winter Soldier and Falcon and Winter Soldier did it. They kind of focus on real live issues and kind of try to make these heroes seem like they are a part of the real world. Like they're not imaginary characters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like even Man of Steel did it. Like Man of Steel did it for the first time when you saw Man of Steel and he's fighting Zod, right? Which is probably one of my favorite superhero movies of all time, right? So you watching Superman and Zod go at it, amazing fight scene at the end. And then when you have Batman vs Superman, you look at the movie and they say, you know how many people Superman killed in that fight? I'm like, exactly. That's it, exactly. And then you go back and watch. You go back and watch Man of Steel, and then look at like, oh, dang, they really going through these buildings.
Yeah.
There wasn't enough time for all them people to evacuate. Superman probably taking these people out right alongside with Zod, non-intentional, but
collateral damage.
It's a lot of death there. Yeah, it's a lot of that. Like with these superheroes, it's a lot of that. And Invincible showed that very well. Like Invincible showed the truth in that. You know what I mean? Batman vs Superman spoke about it, but then Invincible showed it. So now that it hopefully did.
It definitely displays the fragility of human life and what they want you to understand about these characters and how powerful they really are.
Yeah.
And
no, that's dope.
Yeah, no, like I'm all for going down the dark road and seeing what's going to happen with that, because I mean Marvel has its dark characters. You know, Daredevil is a dark character. The Punisher is a dark character. Wolverine is a dark character, even though they keep shoving him into these kid shows.
Let's not talk about Wolverine, bro. Let's talk about it.
Yeah,
people hate me. Yeah, people hate me when I say Hugh Jackman. He's not bad, but all right, let's just skip it. I don't even want to.
I'm actually going to agree with you. I'm going to agree with you on that. Because while I don't think Hugh Jackman was a great choice for Wolverine, he was the best choice at the time.
Yes. Okay. Yep. I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
So like,
because Wolverine's 5'3". So let's just throw this out here. If you're trying to now walk into this world of Marvel where everyone kind of looks and you're trying to make them portray their comic book character, you know, the closest way, Wolverine can't be this stunning looking 6'1" person that will be in a love movie like 2 months later. Like he's gritty. Like honestly, Tom Hardy, like his visual, I remember I seen this fan art of him with the facial hair and all that, and he had the big cigar. I wouldn't have mind seeing Tom Hardy act as Wolverine because I didn't even know he was Bane. I didn't know he was Bane. Like he literally, like when I found out he was Bane, I said, "Get out of here! There's no way. There's no way."
Just how
See,
it was.
Tom Hardy.
Killed it.
Tom Hardy is one of those actors you can put in anything and it'll be good.
And that's why I wish he was Wolverine. I really wish he was. I wouldn't have minded.
I'm loving him as Eddie Brock though.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Big time.
Like, if you're going to have somebody act with something that's not there, Tom Hardy's your guy. I mean, go watch like the behind the scenes. Like half the movie, he is acting by himself and coming up with the direction of where the Venom symbiote's going to be and what he's talking to, and like that guy is an absolute madman. Go and watch some of his indie films. You want your mind blown? Go watch his indie films.
Yeah, he was in. I seen him in Capone. He was Capone, right? Was it Capone?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was Capone.
Yep.
Go watch Bronson. It's one of his earlier films. He plays. I think it's Eddie Bronson.
It the boxer?
No. Bronson was the. It's a kind of a biography film about this guy named I think it's Eddie Bronson. Don't quote me on that. I know his last name is Bronson, but he is the longest criminal in English history. He has the most sentencing out of any individual in British history. He also has the longest running time in solitary confinement.
Oh crap!
What? And
never heard of him. In the movie.
The funny part is that he originally went in for like simple jewelry thief. Like he just like robbed a store, and he got like 5 years. But he did so many things while in prison that it continuously extended his sentence.
Heck, man, some people say forget it, man. Bad.
Man. Like, oh man, that movie is so good, and the things and the pranks he does while in prison, it's so good. Okay, just to give you a general idea, he saved his butter packets from every one of his meals for like a month. All right, and then one of the guards comes by to do like a cell check. He breaks him in, holds them hostage, strips naked, and has the cop butter him. And then he goes on a brawl through all the security guards. Butt ass naked, covered in butter. All right?
Yeah, he's a troll. He's a troll god, man. I think he started trolling. I think somebody he was the first troll. The very first one.
But yeah, so like, back in the comic book world, like this movie is every single character. Like the one thing I'll give James Gunn, like as a person, he's kind of but as a director, he nails it every time.
That's the one who did. That's right. Because he did
Guardians.
He did Guardians, right?
Yep.
And that's crazy. I didn't even think of it yet.
If there's a director that can do a massive cast and do it like they did this, it's going to be James Gunn. Like as a person, he's James Gunn, but as a director, he nails it every time. If you want,
talented.
He really is. Like, I mean, he made you have feelings over a CGI rat. So,
yeah,
true.
He drowned. He said he's dead. He was sitting there. Did anybody know that the weasel couldn't swim? Everybody looking at each other like, bro. Nobody thought about that before we jumped in there.
Yo, when that happened, I was rolling.
That's the first time my jaw dropped. That was the first jaw dropper. I'm like, yo, for real? And I'm like, man. And the crazy thing is, they wrote it to where they even said it like he ate like 12 kids, but you still have some type of emotion after he died, like the shock factor. Like you just hear that he ate 12 kids or whatever, then he drowns, and you're like, oh crap, that sucks. Like he's gone. He's gone. And then that's when all the mayhem started. But yeah, it was definitely a nice emotional roller coaster. It was an incredible movie. I mean, honestly, I would like to hear what people would say about it, in a negative spot. Like they may be, you can say it's one of those movies that you can say I don't like it, but you can't say it wasn't you can't say it was a bad movie, man. It wasn't.
Oh, yeah, definitely can. It wasn't a bad movie.
Yeah. So yeah, like I'd love to see. Like I said, I'd love to see them continue this on. Viola Davis is Amanda Waller. She killed it again. She nails that character.
Yeah, she's cold.
Peter Capaldi was as the Thinker. That was crazy casting. I loved it.
Yeah.
Gosh, who else?
I'm still just like all the little starfish just. That threw me for a loop. That threw me for a loop. I was like,
the dopest Pokemon. If you didn't like Misty's Pokemon, if you didn't like Misty's Pokemon selection, and you like this movie, you may go back and appreciate Misty's Pokemon selection because that starfish was crazy. Like I'm like, dang, he was like a child. That's the crazy thing. When you have villains, like Majin Buu was another one. When you have people powerful without the like not thinking or not having that mature mindset, and you just going all crazy, they're more dangerous than someone who can actually think their way through. Yeah. Because they'll have certain limits where they may or may not do that. They'll show you mercy. They may not show you mercy. You can kind of talk through that. But when you got certain people that just don't, like certain characters that don't have, like they're really immature but very powerful at the same time, those are your more dangerous ones.
So,
like, I feel.
The one thing, though, that I kind of liked was it's like, you know, with that character, I forgot the character's name, because he's actually
the Conqueror.
Is it
the Conqueror? Something. The Star. Is it Star something? The Conqueror, right?
He actually has a different name, like his comic book name, but it gave a different take on him too, because I don't know if you caught the line. I was happy floating amongst the stars.
Yes, I did catch that line.
It's like, so basically, you brought this on yourself because I was happy out there in the beyond.
Yep. I remember that part because I was like, dang, they done brought him in and now he destroying everything and then they go ahead and kill him. I was like, dang.
That wasn't even fair, right? And it's so crazy because certain bad guys don't deserve to die, man. Like, they're bad because they're put in certain situations that they were forced to be in. And then...
That's why you felt bad about Deadshot in the first one. It's like, you know, he only knew how to do one thing, and this is what he ended up doing. You know, like Idris Elba in this one, it's like, you know, you're sitting there like they're introducing him. It's like, oh, you are a shit dad. You know?
Yeah. I'm like, what?
It's just like, but he owns it. You know, like
he did.
He's like, I didn't know I was a dad. You know, you kind of like fell into my lap. You know, it's like,
yo, that first conversation with him and his daughter, though?
Oh my god!
I was like, bro,
you almost wanted to hate him as a person. Idris Elba, not even you thought like, dad, he's this kind of person. Like, he acted to the point where you thought it was really him talking to this little girl, and that was his daughter. I'm like, nah, man, they're both actors, man. Don't be too mad about him. It was good. He killed it. He killed that too. I'm trying to think of there was so many parts in that movie that were just good, that stood out on its own, and it made an impact on its own. And it was just back to back. There was not really any dull moments. I was tired when you was like, when you asked me to jump on. I was like, all right, cool, I'll watch it. And it was like 7:00 at night yesterday, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta watch this movie, man. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it, you know. And then when I watched it, I was kind of dozing off. And the first 20 minutes, my eyes was like, oh, wait a minute. Wait. And then after that, I finished watching. I couldn't sleep. I was wide awake after that.
Yeah, it was hard because, like, I watched it Friday night. And my job, I got to be up for work at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And I went to bed at midnight. Like I started it at, like, 9:30, you know, after the daughter went to bed because I knew what it was going to be, you know. Like, I remember the first one. I knew it was going to be dark. I knew it was going to be gritty. I knew it was going to be bloody. I knew it was going to be gory. It's like, we're going to wait for the kid to go to bed. And just, like, the whole time, like, we were watching, me and my wife were just cackling at this thing. But, all right, let's go ahead and let's wrap this up. You know, I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. You know, not for story. Like, the story was bland. Like, as the story arc itself was bland, but it was fun from start to finish. It was brutal. The action was intense. It wasn't overly choreographed action. The action felt realistic. So as a whole, I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10 for enjoyability. Like, if it had a solid story, I'd give it a solid 10 out of 10. I'm going to say greatest comic book movie this year.
Yeah, I definitely agree with it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll thumbs up that one too. 8 out of 10 sounds solid. It was crazy. I don't know the best words that I can put. It was an honest movie. It was honest for what it was supposed to do. Like, as far as the way the characters were, who they were, their goals, everything. It was supposed to be like that. Like, you're right. They didn't overdo it, nor did they underdo it. They just did it, and it just worked.
They let they let the characters be their comic book counterparts. Yeah. They looked like their comic book counterparts. Like, there was no movifying them like they did with, like, the first X-Men. You know, no uniform, no nothing like that. It's, hey, your comic book look is your look for this movie. So I'm glad they went that way. Like, even Polka Dot Man, you know, his freaking gray jumper with the polka dots all over it. You know, it's like
gray onesie on.
It's like that's what he looked like back in the day. So it's like, thank you for sticking to that, because that's, as comic book fans, as movie fans, that's what we want. It's like, stick with your source material. You know, that's all we're asking for, is stick with your source material. Run with your, those characters as they are and as we know them.
Yep. If it ain't broke, why try to fix it? You know
exactly. But all right. So, Solips, you interested in this movie with how we've been talking about it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I want to watch it just to see all the comedy and the action. That's kind of the main thing that I'm in it for.
Yeah.
It's a really good movie, man. You'll absolutely love it. Absolutely.
I want to know how you feel about it. I want to know how you feel about it now. Like, now we've been talking, I want to hear your opinion on it when you're finished.
Yeah.
No, I definitely plan on watching it, no doubt. I'll probably watch it some point in time this week.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it another go and see if the comedy holds up. Like, I might lower my rating to like a 7 out of 10 just to see if the comedy doesn't hold up. But if the comedy holds up, great. Because, like, that was my thing with Deadpool. Loved both Deadpool movies. But, like, on, like, the third or fourth watch, the comedy just doesn't stick as well. But it's like the same thing.
Some of those jokes don't really stand the test of time.
Yeah. So, I'm kind of curious how this one's going to hold up on that aspect. So, like, a tentative solid 8 out of 10. But, we in agreement there?
Yeah.
Anybody want?
No, I can hold that. I can hold that one.
I definitely can agree with it. Yeah. I'm absolutely on board with it.
I'll give it 8 out of 10 too. It was good. It was good. I'm gonna watch it again now too. Now I'm gonna want to see if I will change it down to 7, because now
Oh, you might cut out there.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You there?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I was just saying, like, now that you have me thinking about, how it would be as far as comedy, like, after watching it a second time, I think I want to watch, because I was telling myself I think I want to watch it a second time just because I enjoyed it so much the first time. I think I do want to see it the second time and see how it holds up. So I'll let you know how I feel about that too.
And you got to watch that after credit scene.
Yeah, yes. I know. Yeah. I saw the Weasel part, but I didn't see Peacemaker. Like, I didn't see that part. So I'm like, what did I blink too long or something? I don't know. But but I'm gonna watch it. Like, I'm gonna watch it. Probably sometime this week too.
All right, guys. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up there. Wow, I actually thought this was gonna be a short stream. We're actually like 10 minutes over our usual time.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, it ain't got nothing. I thought to myself, I was like, yep, it's good. We say short stream.
Yeah,
I remember acting like that.
Ain't nothing short about it.
We just sat here for an hour and 10 minutes talking about an hour and a half long movie. So that's how you know we had fun with it. That's how you know we had fun with it. So thank you, everybody, for coming out. Hope you had a good time with us. We will see you not next week. There would not be a show